Chris, I wonder, we're playing a big game against Sheffield United tomorrow, a team that on paper, in terms of the money they have, the size of the squad is a much bigger side. And I wonder the togetherness that you have, the willingness to work for each other, how much that's going to be a leveller, do you think, tomorrow?
Yeah, well, I think we've kind of proved that over the past few seasons. I think the gaffer mentions, the budget's not as high as some of these clubs, and for teams like that, it's important to get players that can play together, and team spirit's obviously massive here, and of course it's a leveller. Yeah, not only that, we're at home, and our home form speaks for itself in the past few years. I think the gaffer put a stat up on the board before the game, and it was, I think, something like 40 odd wins from the last 60 home games. So yeah, that's probably more important than the previous facts. Yeah, they're not going to fancy coming to our place. They're going to look at our form, and should be another good game.
You'll notice that quite a lot of the new players that have come in January have settled in very well. They're putting in performances straight away. Sort of shows, I think, that you welcome players into the team very well. If I was a new player coming to Bristol Rovers, what sort of experience would I get? What sort of reaction from the players? How would I be included into the team, do you think?
Yeah, it is. I think quite a lot of the lads have sort of said that it's quite easy to settle in. It's just a good bunch of lads who all get on. There's no cliques, there's no groups. For me, coming back, a couple of years ago, it was the same. The lads made me feel welcome, and it's exactly what we do to the boys now. If they've got to come in and show what they're all about. But majority of the lads that have come in have all settled in well, and especially the most recent ones have been, Joe in goal and swings at the back have been unbelievable the last 2-3 games, and they've contributed to some good results and us looking solid at the back, which is something that we were obviously trying to work on the past few months, and they've added massively to that.
Your performance and the goal on Saturday garnered quite a reaction. What was that like? I presume when you got back, looked at your phone or something to see the reaction you got. That must have been fantastic.
Yeah, it was nice to get one with the left foot as well. Good time to score in the game. We were on top for the first 15-20. We had lots of corners and a few chances, so it was a good time to score, and nice to get one against a decent team in Bradford. For me, probably the best team that have come to the Mem so far this season. They'll probably feel as if they deserved it, but yeah, it was nice to get on the score sheet, and try and get a few more before the end of the season.
Do the coaching staff here, is there an attitude in the team that sort of promotes going for gambling, going for a shot from, I know it's just sort of on the outskirts of the penalty area, but going for the curler, go for the spectacular goal? Is there an attitude in the team that promotes players taking a risk in that sort of area?
Yeah, Stewie actually said, Marcus Stewart said to me after the game, it's sort of something that he works on with the strikers in training. Sometimes you don't need to blast it. A simple side foot is way more effective, and I think we had the wind behind us, so I sort of used the wind a little bit, and it started off wide, but then it came back in. So yeah, you watch a lot of the top strikers and people finishing, like Lampard from midfield, a lot of his stuff side foot. Henry, a lot of stuff side foot. So I think it's something that Stewie works on with the strikers. Yeah, but us midfielders don't get to join in that often because there's too many numbers. But yeah, it's something we try to work on maybe once a week in training, just getting goals from midfield, and it's something that's important. We need that now that Matty's gone. It's important that everyone chips in with goals.
Sheffield United last time, early on in the season, you were very unlucky to not get anything from that game. What did you learn from that game? What did you learn about Sheffield United that you think can help you tomorrow?
Obviously, they're top for a reason. It's a massive club. They've got great backing fan-wise, and they're top for a reason. They've got Billy Sharp up top, who's got 20 goals or something, I think. So, they've got the funds to bring in the best players in the league, and I think that's what they've done. So, away from home, when we played them, we actually dominated parts of the game, and I think the counter-attacks, especially something that's important against a team like this. The chances are they're probably going to have more of the ball than us. So, if we can keep it on that changeover and counter-attack with pace, which is probably one of our best attributes anyway, it could cause them danger, because it did Bradford on Saturday, and we weren't even that good at it on Saturday. We got a bit sloppy actually towards the end, giving the ball away on the counter-attack, so we can do that better against Sheffield. There's no reason why we can't get something from the game.
If you look at the teams around you, for example, you look at Millwall's result last week. They went from 9th to 6th with 1 win. There's a huge, quite a large group of you going for those playoff spots, or maybe that last playoff spot. We're a long way from the end of the season, but I wonder whether players are beginning to realise that there's a big fight there, that there's a fight to be had, that it's going to get quite tense potentially towards the end of the season, along with a lot of teams in that area.
Yeah, I've always said in this league, if you pick up 3 or 4 wins in a row, you end up shooting up the table, and vice versa. If you lose, you end up going down. You only have to look at the results from the weekend. Shrewsbury beating Scunthorpe and things like that. It is tight where we are, but I think it's just a whole cliche, but game by game. And at the moment, we've got 4 or 5 of the top teams this month, and it's about for us trying to get as many points as we can to set us up for a nice run-in. There's no pressure on us at all. The only pressure we've got is from the management and from him demanding the best out of us. So, I think the fans are happy. I think, we're all happy as players of how we're doing. And we've just got, like I say, game by game. It's nice games to play in against the top teams in this league. We've got a few nice stadiums still to visit, so we can just enjoy ourselves the rest of the season.
What's the atmosphere like at the moment? Because this is a big month for you. You're playing, as you say, some of the biggest teams in the league, some of the highest up teams in the league in the next few weeks. Are you pumped up as a side? Are you excited for that? Excited for the challenge to see where you're at?
Yeah, I think that was one of the things I said about coming up to League One. There's a lot, decent stadiums, decent bigger clubs, and that was something we always were looking forward to. So it's something that we've still got a couple of nice grounds to go to and 4 or 5 of the top teams to play. So, like I say, with no pressure on us, really, we're doing well. So for me, it's about trying to enjoy ourselves from now to the end of the season, play some nice, attractive football. I'm pretty sure that, especially the home games, the fans are enjoying it at the moment because it's end to end and there's a lot of goals. So if we carry on doing that, then we'll see where we end up.